But I found, you know, you look at a lot of modern jazz composers, even going back to people like Wayne Shorter, and it sounds to me like he just created a kind of a disembodied melody, and then he and Herbie sat down and just figured out some chords, because some of them are so, the chords, the structure seems so random. There's nothing diatonic about it, but the melodies are so beautiful. It's fun to try to improvise over the changes. So it's just a really simple strategy. If you don't see anything diatonic, just connect everything together with chord tones and try to find some melodies. It's a pretty simple strategy, actually.
Do you ever write specific bass lines to go with what you're doing?
Mm, I have one tune actually where the bass is in the melody. It's the only tune I've done with that. The melody is, but it does this. So the melody's in the bass. That's the only tune I've written that has that. But absolutely, bass movement is important. I have some tunes. Here's another one where there's definitely some bass movement. So that's just like a D major, that inversion. So the bass is doing that, but the chords are just D major to G melodic minor. I'm going to do it up here also. So those bass notes are, it's not exactly bass movement, but it's definitely referencing a tonic that you wouldn't hear otherwise just from the chord shape. So I have some of that kind of thinking in my composing. And you?
Do you write all those originals down?
Oh yeah, they're all written down. I got a friend that helps me transcribe them. I go over and we hang out and he puts that on Sibelius for me and then we print them out. Just tell me what you have of my tunes and I'll share some of these new ones with you. I'd have forgotten one. I obviously sent you a bunch of them.
You know,
Yeah.
I will do things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
do
that's
things
what I'm talking about.
do things across time and not necessarily all of a sudden like a Johnny
Yeah,
Smith.
sure. Sure. No, but that's essentially what I'm talking about, being able to go back and forth kind of seamlessly between chords and lines. And it can be just a couple of chords and then right back to lines again. But this notion of integrating some chords into the solo makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And to be able to do that, you know, you can do that in a very spontaneous way. It doesn't have to be planned exactly where you're going to do it. I mean, West had a great formula where the fourth course was always a chord melody, almost always. But it doesn't have to be that programmatic. It can be just a matter of inserting a few chords to outline the harmony.
Yeah.
So that's the way you just demonstrated is kind of the way I think about it if I'm soloing on something.
Cool.
And just to play chords some of the time, depending on the tune and how obscure the harmony is. This also affects maybe how often you feel like it's important to try to reference the chords. That's a good one, right?
I'm still digging that voicing.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.